Marketing
What do you
called
mean
and $5 million was
missing?
missing.
Marketing called and said that a campaign's worth of sales vanished from their dashboards? Oh, what are we gonna do? Okay, the kicker in this situation, the data was there, it had been ingested, the pipelines ran fine, but somewhere in between the source and the report, it all disappeared. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I troubleshoot these types of data issues step by step so that you can trace the problems with confidence and speed and look like the hero in the end. The most important thing in any data issue is how you think. My rule? Guilty until proven innocent. Every system in your stack is a suspect until it's been absolutely cleared. The goal isn't just to fix the problem, it's to trace it back to the root cause. Like a detective working a cold case, your job is to follow the clues one layer at a time until you find out exactly where it broke. Here's how I do it every time. Start with the known missing records. Not the whole data set, just those 3 to 5 records that you know for sure are missing in the end result. Start from the end and work your way backwards. Check the dashboard or the report layer. Are they there? Make sure that some users not accidentally applied some filter that shouldn't have been used. Once you've cleared that one, move upstream step by step. Validate each stage of the process along the way, making sure not to forget to check any queries that are going on in Power BI itself. But validate each stage. At every stop, reporting view, semantic model, transform tables, raw layer, ask, are these records present? Have they been renamed? Was it filtered? Keep notes. What you think should be happening versus what's actually happening. In the case of this marketing campaign, I started doing exactly that. I traced sample campaign IDs step by step all the way through the process. All right, before I show you what I found, let's talk about the usual suspects. Old filters. Hard-coded campaign or customer lists that maybe need to be updated. Changed naming conventions. Data gets renamed and filtered out. I once had this situation where all of the canceled accounts no longer showed up in our reporting. And it was because of a change in Salesforce. There are actually, for those of you that don't know, in the English language, there are 2 different ways you could spell canceled. One with 1 L and one with 2. And somebody changed it because they thought it was misspelled in the source system and caused all kinds of havoc downstream. So moving on. Silent joins, inner joins that unexpectedly exclude records. This is a big one that happens fairly often. Null values or bad casting that can break filters. These are the kinds of things that I look for every time that I'm investigating these types of situations. So, what happened with the missing campaign? I followed the records back through the report, through the data mart, through the cleanse view, raw staging, and ingestion layer. All of it was fine. But when I looked closely at the reporting logic, I noticed something was off. There was the filter excluding a single campaign name. That name was actually from a campaign that was run 5 years previously that marketing had decided to permanently exclude from their reporting. It was long forgotten, hard-coded into the report. And it turns out that somebody reused that old campaign name without even realizing it. And the logic quietly filtered it out without anybody noticing. There's no error, no alert, just missing data and very confused marketing managers. This is what makes data troubleshooting so incredibly tricky. Dashboards don't break with loud alarms. especially in this situation. They just quietly lie to you. Queries gaslight you, and you can only figure out what's real if you thoroughly investigate the situation. Here's how you keep this from happening to you. Audit your filters regularly, especially anything hard-coded. And I would actually recommend taking the hard-coded data and making it table-driven so it's easy to change. Add assertions or tests at key steps along the way, checking for things like row counts, null checks, naming checks. These are things that will really catch you as you're going through the reporting. Log known record IDs across the layers so that you could trace them easily and quickly. Data issues aren't always technical. Sometimes they're legacy business logic or human assumptions, or even like this, filters that no one even remembers being there. If your data's not showing up, don't guess. Trace it. Question everything. And again, guilty until proven innocent. So, what's the strangest bug that you've ever had to track down? Let me know down in the comments. I want to hear your stories. And be sure to check out this video for the data quality and testing in my Data Engineering 101 series.